Silicone rubber impression taking. Impression taking operations. Two-step impression method. The doctor can also employ a conventional two-step impression method to take impressions. Silicone impressions can be taken through operations such as selection of trays, mixing of heavyweight materials and catalyst, first impression, injection of lightweight impression materials, and second impression. Tools required for impression taking. Two-step impression method. Polyvinyl siloxane, Smarty plastic tray, plastic film, silicone syringe. Impression taking operations. Take the first impression. Take equal proportions of heavyweight materials and catalyst according to the size of the teeth and jaw, and knead them thoroughly for no more than 30 seconds. Please use your finger rather than your palm to avoid quick curing of silicone due to the heat from your palm. After mixing well, spread the mixture on the tray and put a separation film on the mixture. Maintain the position of the film on the tray. Pull the contralateral corner of the patient's mouth, rotate, and place the tray into the patient's mouth. Press the tray upward gently and evenly to put it in place. Take the heavyweight materials out after curing. Remove the separation film and check whether impression of the entire dentition has been taken. Impression taking operations. Take the second impression. Inject the lightweight materials onto the heavyweight materials with a silicone syringe. Inject the lightweight materials evenly along the heavyweight impression dentition with the injection head. Do not move back and forth to avoid the generation of bubbles. Pull the contralateral corner of the patient's mouth, rotate, and place the tray in the patient's mouth. Press the tray upward evenly and take it out after curing. Check whether the gingival margin is clear without obvious bubbles and delamination and with intact dentition. When mandibular impression is taken, the separation film should be cut from the lingual side to avoid blocking of the tongue. Put an appropriate amount of heavyweight materials onto the tray. Place a separation film, pull the contralateral corner of the patient's mouth, rotate, and place the tray into the patient's mouth. Press the tray downward gently and evenly to put it in place. Take the heavyweight materials out after curing. Inject the lightweight materials onto the heavyweight materials with a silicone syringe. Pull the contralateral corner of the patient's mouth. Rotate and place the tray into the patient's mouth and press the tray downward gently and evenly. Take the tray out after curing.
Bite registration.
To obtain the bite registration records, it is necessary to employ the special occlusal silicone or use heavyweight materials instead. The bite registration records reflect the patient's occlusal condition. Instruct the patient how to cooperate and determine the position before operation. Quick injection is made by a silicone gun from one side of the patient's mandible and along the occlusal surface. After injection, the patient is instructed to bite quickly. The clinician should check whether the patient's actual occlusion is reflected. Take out after curing and check whether the gingival margin is clear and intact and truly reflects the patient's occlusion. Thus, a qualified silicone impression is taken.
Bite registration.